Black Men Being Brutally Honest. I am one third of the habitual line steppers, and welcome to the best show on social media. We are here to discuss yet another serious topic that has taken itself upon our community. But first, will my fellow habitual line steppers introduce themselves?
What's going on,
Hello,
people?
folks. Oh, hello,
This is
folks.
this
This
is
is
the best
Roger Stevens
YouTuber.
of the
I
Roger
know
Report.
y'all hear Roger Stevens, but I'm the better YouTuber, so I'm taking over.
Uh, you know what? If you want to go first, sir, I don't mind allowing you because it's not a big deal to say the best for last. But you know, and, I guess, and me being who I am really doesn't matter what you do. So so I'm gonna go ahead and go. But this is Roger Stevens of the Roger Report. You all check out my channel. Definitely like it, subscribe to it. You'll hear nothing but good content. Content a little bit better than Donnie's. And you definitely will enjoy the show. And if you don't enjoy it, I'm gonna ask you to just get your head examined or something because you should enjoy it. But let's get it on, fellas.
Yeah,
Let's get it on.
yeah, but collectively we are known as the habitual line steppers. So remember that. Now, what?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell.
Yeah, and we're gonna. I want to let y'all listen to some graphic audio. Now, you guys right now have heard about the Pastor David Wilson situation, right? Basically, Pastor David Wilson is on a video that has gone viral in the past week, and it's called Fire. Basically, performing fellatio on a young woman that was not his wife, apparently. Um, I mean, this is messed up in a few ways, seeing that the young lady in the video wasn't his wife, and he's a pillar of the community. That's the whole thing that he puts up. Like he's giving people advice on how to live their lives better, and he's around here doing stuff like this. So anyway, um, let me hold on 1 second. Guys, are you there? Is there anything you'd like to say on the situation as far as what you've heard thus far?
Go ahead, Donnie.
Sorry, I was doing daddy duties. What? One more time.
I was saying, if there's any enlightenment you would like to on this situation before I play this graphic audio.
Um, I think dude was very he's very good at his craft. It's a level of age and experience he has. That is very he's very defined as showing his age and experience on this video. Uh,
Oh, okay. A
yeah,
video that we can't show the actual visual
right.
on.
But whatever he's doing, he's got at least 40, 50 years of practice.
48, 50 years of practice. Okay. Would you have anything to say about his ability to preach and to hold a crowd in the palm of his hand?
His tongue is apparently dipped in silver, so he got that magic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, indeed. And funny you should say silver tongue, because in order for you to be a preacher in a lot of cases, you have to have a silver tongue.
Well,
That
he
man
definitely
has
got
the gift. He is a orator.
he definitely
Okay.
proved himself. I say that. According to the reaction that I've been hearing from women, he definitely proved himself. Um, but my thing is, all I can really say is he's a pastor, so he shouldn't have did it. And if you're gonna cheat on your wife, why would you let that woman record it? That was just a bad look on his part. You know what I'm saying? You don't let a woman put you in an extra compromised position because you're already in a compromised position by messing with somebody that's not your wife in the first place. You don't let her add to your compromised position by getting it on tape. If he was single, who cares? But bro, you don't let her tape you. You know you got a wife at home.
Oh, okay. Well, the audio I'm about to play is approximately 54 seconds long. Listen very close in some parts. It may sound like there's some smacking or something that resembles eating or maybe possibly stirring some mac and cheese, but that is definitely the sound. See, it's too graphic for us to show and could be, not even could be considered pornography because it is just like that. So, okay, just brace yourselves for the next 54 seconds. And if you have to remove yourself to go take care of a little something personal, that's okay too. But, uh, okay, here you go. This is the audio, the alleged audio of one Pastor David Wilson going downtown uh, on a young lady who, by the way, sounds like that she's receiving a blessing from this man. So here you go. Here you go. Here's audio. Okay. All right. We like I said, we can't show you we can't show you the video, but I can tell you from what I see on this end, I'm gonna tell you just like this, like groceries.
Absolutely.
Like grocery. Now here's the thing about this. Uh, uh, it's just that I I wish that positive things would go viral sometimes. I mean, just something a little bit that can inspire and help in a positive way. Yeah, I mean, it's just weirdness that the it's just weirdness like this has been done by many YouTubers, by the way, and it's gone viral all over social media. And of course, when you got a pillar of the community performing that, then it's gonna catch a lot of people's attention. So it's like why I would say why fuckery over success, or why fuckery over some positive? What do y'all think?
Well, it's about the people that's in the community. A large section of people in our community don't are not really into people doing better. They like what they are. They're not really trying to improve themselves, and they like messiness. And this here, absolute messiness because there's a married man involved, and then it's at an extra height of messiness because the married man happened to be a pastor. That
Mm,
being the case, you know, for some people, it is about. Let me point out somebody who's doing something worse in my perception than what I'm doing. So things like that definitely go viral, and people can't wait to tell folks. You know,
mm, mm.
that's how I
So
kind of
Donnie,
see
what would you think? So, Donnie, what would you think would be to gain for the person who released this? In fact, did you get any word on who was the actual person that released this video for it to go viral?
Donnie got knocked off. Donnie got knocked
Oh,
off.
he got okay. Let me see. Yeah, he's back up.
All right, can
Boom,
you
there
hear
he
me?
is. Yeah, we hear you.
All right, yeah. So basically, the story with the scandal is, it was the lady, it's a bigger lady in the church who was messing around with the pastor. She got mad because she wasn't given a certain position in the church, something to do with something the choir singing, and she exposed the video. And I think it just really was, black woman scorned.
Oh, okay. So what Donnie just said, Roger? Did you see that coming from a woman like this? Okay, I didn't get a head position in the choir, or I didn't get first in line at the brunch. So I'm gonna release this video and embarrass this man. Would you get that from this woman right here?
Well, I'm gonna say the I mean, this ain't a politically correct thing, but at the end of the day, I'm sure why wouldn't she? I mean, I don't know her personally to even know her character like that, but based on what I see, and I'm looking at the size of the woman, you know, she's not getting the most attention on a regular basis when it comes to men. So now there's a dude that she has some interest in because she obviously got some interest in that pastor. If he's not giving her what she wants, I just see her being petty and trying to hurt the pastor. And I really can't say that she truly hurt him. Now, unless it causes a problem in his marriage, because at the end of the day, he was a man being a man. So I don't even get why people feel that that putting a man on blast for taking interest in a woman is like some thing that's worthy of being on blast about. That's what men are supposed to do. They're supposed to take interest in women, you know.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you look on the screen, I got this article up, and the article is entitled "Just In," and this just in, uh, lady in Texas Pastor David Wilson eating pussy leak video identified. Okay, now this is neither here nor there. I mean, it could be another opinion piece, but they identified the woman with the same pictures that we just got through showing you. So another pastor whose name was given as Thaddeus Matthews, in a recent video revealed the identity of the lady. And it says in this article, according to Pastor Thaddeus Matthews, who happens to be a colleague of Pastor Wilson, the lady in the video is the daughter of Pastor Wilson's wife's best friend.
That kind of makes sense.
The daughter of Pastor, yeah, they go to the same church. Hey, you know what? That's a very great possibility. Now, now you're gonna get a first. I'm about to play the audio of Pastor Thaddeus Matthews playing. I mean, commenting on the situation, and this is probably going to be a first time reaction for me. I only heard about a few seconds of it, but you know, hearing the whole thing, you know, that's going to be a first timer. So just listen and we'll comment on our thoughts afterwards. So here we go.
Preachers need to eat too. This is part two. I started this last night. And it's all over this conversation about Pastor David E. Wilson eating pussy. I find nothing absolutely wrong in eating pussy. Let me just clarify that. Ain't nothing wrong with eating a clean, good pussy. Good pussy is healthy for you. But there's a lot of conversation about him eating pussy. And we're going to talk about the fact that this young woman, first of all, is an adult. She's the daughter of his wife's, though, best friend. So that does kind of complicate some things. And I think men, if they watch this tape, will learn some things from the pastor. Pastor was licking from the asshole to the pussy. Did some great things, not so well.
Uh, all right, all right. That was Pastor Thaddeus Matthews right there. So, any thoughts on what the information that gentleman just shared? Was it enlightening? Was it was it needed? Was it a fact, or maybe he should have kept his damn mouth shut? But I will point out, I, I, I will point, I will point out one thing. He did not ever mention anything about Pastor Wilson being married. He would just, you know, he it's like he was trying to go viral himself. That was ridiculous. What he
Yeah,
just said.
he mentioned all the wrong shit. The man is married. He out here eating pussy. You shouldn't be having sex, and you're supposed to be a spiritual leader. And the Bible tells you don't do all that. We neglecting the fact that he's taking advantage of his parishioners. We neglecting the fact that he was trying to keep this shit on the hush hush. The nigga, you wrong, dog. You don't. You wrong. And I have personal issue with this when you have a person who's supposed to be a leader who's risking it all for pussy. You can't be my leader and you can't turn down some big box. Period. Point blank. Nigga, if you want to lead the congregation, be a community elder and a priest and a pastor and all this shit, but you can't turn down big box, it's something wrong with you, player. You
Did you
can't be.
say big box?
Yes, big box.
Yeah, he was down on that box too. Yeah, I mean, and it's wrong. I mean, you present yourself as something and you're married. I mean, like my thing is you're sitting up here telling people how to live their lives and how they can live their lives better, and you're living wrong. You know, I mean,
He risked it all for the plus size parishioner. It wasn't a chick that looked like Rihanna. It wasn't a chick that was just like, you know what, nigga, I can kind of understand. You ain't nothing but a little pastor in this little town. You might not get caught. You risked it all for Sharkeisha, who goes to Lane Bryant. I can't.
Sharkeisha, as you say, Sharkeisha, you talking about her right here? She she walks up to the store clerk and say, "I'd like to see a pair of pants that fit me." And then the store clerk say, "Damn, I would too."
She about as big as the chick Norbert was dating. What's the Rasputia? That's her name.
Rasputia.
Well, I can't say it's not a legitimate point, because yeah, you are risking it all at the end of the day, and if you're gonna risk it all, you know, should she really be that big? And of course, people gonna say, "Well, why y'all saying that just because she big?" You know, hey, you a leader of the community. People waiting to catch you slipping. So if you gonna get caught slipping, it might as well be a Beyonce looking chick. You know what I'm saying? Or a Kelly Rowland looking chick.
Be good or be good at it. Right? Be good or be good at it. I'm not saying that just, well, he got caught. Nah, nigga. You could have got caught for something worth more. Sam Kinison said, if you're going to miss heaven, don't do it by 2 inches. Nigga. Nigga.
A lot of inches here. A lot of inches.
I was just about to say that. But that's totally valid what Donnie just said, though. I mean, bruh, come on, man. Come on, David Wilson.
Not you know what? It does make him look a little bad, because if he can't resist a woman that big, because I just said off air, when you go to a lot of black churches. Now I don't know nothing about this congregation, so I might say that. I'm just saying from what I've noticed and what I've seen from an anecdotal standpoint. At black churches, there's a lot of fat women around. Okay, it's kind of common for a pastor to have a fat wife. So if you are already used to dealing with a fat wife, and I don't know if his wife per se is fat or not, I have no clue. But if you're used to dealing with a fat wife, I understand him going to another fat woman because it's still another woman. So the fact that she's fat, he's probably gotten past that. Yeah, he probably got past the fact that she's fat years ago, and that's absolutely fine. Fat girls need love too, as they say. But yeah, if you got to put yourself up at risk, yeah, it. Even though personally, he probably has gotten over the fact that she's fat. But yeah, if I'm a pastor and I'm really finna put it up at risk, I'm probably gonna risk it for something a little bit more attractive. And, I mean, she a nice looking woman. She just big. I don't want to come off like she ugly or something. She ain't.
She probably can sing and cook too. She probably got all the stereotypes down. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. But either way, this go ahead, Roger.
No, she petty as hell though. Because if this was just about like some type of choir position, or she didn't get the lead vocal in the concert that's coming up or something, and I'm pretty sure on her part she's gonna try to make it seem like it was something bigger than what it is. But I really can't trust what she says too much, because she's in a compromised position herself. Because at the end of the day, she's still a home wrecking whore, as they say. So she
Yeah.
need to light off the fact that she's a home wrecking whore. That man was married, and if it's true that he's married to your mom's best friend, um, and he's a pastor of a church, and you purposely put him on blast, like, yeah, I mean, you probably should have kept that quiet for your own purposes too.
Mm,
And
yeah, because I mean,
good either, you know.
you can't. Females out here that do that, you can't always use a justification that, oh, I wasn't the one that was married, he was. You can't always do that because that makes you look super stupid and super whorish. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say that, but this is black men being brutally honest. Now,
And you know, let me say this real quick. It ain't the fact that she just did it. It's the fact that she the one put it out there. You know, why would you do that to yourself? You know, you're part of the. There was two people doing something wrong, and you were one of them. Simple as that. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
mm, yeah. I mean, it might start needed. Like both sides might start need to take all these things into consideration because I mean, there's no wrong or there's no right to this situation. Now, let me ask y'all both a question. When we have these conversations on opposing viewpoints about what's going on in the community and the fuckery that is presented, should the ladies start saying stuff like, "Well, big girls do it too," because according to them, it's like we're not attracted to the big girls, and we're always big shaming and look shaming and fat shaming, and they getting penis and mouth game just like anybody else. I mean, and this situation right here shows. I mean, you see a lot of the girls on Maury, they big girls, all this other stuff. I mean, it's not us. I mean, obviously it's pastors and big girls. So I mean, like, and they petty as fuck because we see the reactions they have to conversations we have on social media. You say one thing a big girl disagree with, they likely to cut you faster than a girl that has an actual figure. So, I mean, it's like they got that bitterness inside of them. In the back of their minds, it's always that one thing right there. That's why they got singers like Lizzo coming out here. Just comfortable in my own skin type deals. I mean, just she I guess she thought she had the sauce. I mean, remember old girl back a few months ago with their viral video, big girls got the sauce, and I guess she had the sauce too. I mean,
Well, I just want to know what kind of sauce we're talking about. We talking about pasta
I mean, I
sauce?
hope
Talking about ragu? What we talking about?
probably, we probably talking about hot sauce. By the way, I haven't put hot sauce on my food in quite some time.
Right.
So, I mean, for those who get that,
Yeah, my thing is, look, at the end of the day, if you got to think about the fact that you're big on a regular basis, then you need to do something about it. If you got an issue with guys saying stuff about big women, you got to understand it's your right to be a big woman if you want to be, but other guys have a right to their opinion about you being a big woman. That's just the world we live in. You know, people got a right to say anything they want to say about you as a person. As long as they ain't did nothing to you, they fine. So,
yeah.
and for most people, being big is a choice. Not like it's a medical requirement for most folks. Now, I mean, unfortunately, you do have a few people out there where medically is something to it, but for most folk, being big is a choice. So, if you want to be as big as you want to be, stop tripping if somebody say something about it. It ain't the end of the world, or just go change it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and let me also state this. If you don't like some words that someone is saying, you can easily respond to them also with words. Because remember, words make everybody equal. Words make everyone equal. So I mean, it's like this. I know big girls. They find love too. I know plenty of big girls that are wife. They wiped up. So I mean, but for a video like that to get out there, it's like it's no doubt in my mind it was her. It was. It could not have been anyone else in that room because I didn't hear a voice. Talking about, "Ooh, get it, get it." I ain't hear no other voices in that room. I mean, no other breathing sounds. Well, nobody else taping that but that girl. Well, not taping, recording. I'm talking like it's the 90s. But uh,
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, he should not have let her record that and walk away with that. That should not have happened because he is a pastor. If he wasn't a pastor, then or he was single, then who cares? But he shouldn't let that happen because he's in a position. So and don't get me wrong, he shouldn't have been doing it in the first place because of his position. But if you're in that position, you're going to do it, then you don't let somebody walk away with a recording of it either. Like that made even less sense to be doing it in the first place. Because I'm not
Mm.
gonna give the dude a pass. He just shouldn't have did it. He was married, and so me at the end of the day, there's no getting around the fact that he's married. He just shouldn't have been doing it. And then
Yeah.
representative of God for your community, again, you shouldn't have been doing it. You know,
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, on top of everything else, him being a married man, it almost makes you think that it's like, okay, if they're doing this, then how can you take marriage seriously in this day and age? But to all married couples out there, don't be discouraged, including myself, who's married. Don't be discouraged. I mean, this Pastor David Wilson, he's a human guy. And I mean, like, yeah, I do blame him for his infidelity. You shouldn't be doing this, sir. You are a pillar of supposedly a pillar of the community. Now, I wonder how he's going to play this down the next church service, in the church services after this.
That was
I
yesterday.
mean,
Yeah. Sometimes they make people step down, or they completely ignore it. I'm very curious how this is going to go, but ultimately, at the end of the day, his congregation is left. I'm sure a large majority of his congregation is left. There's going to be some foolhardy ones who going to say, "I don't believe it." I mean, we could see it's him, but it could be somebody else who looked like him. Uh, I, the dude's no leader. So anybody who's following that church needs to get up out of there. Period. Point blank.
but
I,
the funny thing is when, like, in a couple of cases when preachers have been deviant like that, they were forgiven. Now look at the case of Bishop Eddie Long of New Birth Baptist Church in Lithonia, Georgia.
He needs to get
Um,
millions.
yeah, he had thousands of people attending his funeral after everything that he was involved in. So I mean, it would be the biggest surprise if his congregation forgave him.
Who's the dude who got his own network? Jimmy Swagger. Jimmy Swagger was caught cheating twice. The first time he got caught cheating, he got caught with a prostitute. I can't remember uh what time it happened, but he got caught with a prostitute, and he got up on TV on in church and said, "I have sinned," and cried on national TV. He stepped down for about 8 months. Um, got right back up, started preaching again. Didn't miss a beat after that. He got caught a second time. He made a little mention of it and then kept rolling like nothing happened. But at a certain point,
Mm.
these niggas know you ain't going nowhere. You too emotionally involved. They do you like a like an abused ex. Where you gonna go? You ain't got nobody but me. I'm your pastor. Now send me that money, bitch.
well, see, my thing is, I'm not tripping about the fact that he should ask for forgiveness. I'm assuming that happened Sunday. I'm assuming that happened, but at the end of the day, yeah, he is just a dude. So, and none of us perfect. I don't think he should let the tape get out. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to do it, it's another thing to let the tape go. But at the end of the day, man, and based on the reaction that I'm hearing from the women, I don't think even if he lose people, I'm pretty sure his church was packed and probably gonna be packed for the next 2, 3 Sundays because
But
are having a positive reaction to what he got caught doing. And just being realistic, because of the positive reaction that sisters are having to him eating her pussy, I'm pretty sure now they want to go to his church.
yeah, but let's just face it. Like, most everybody that's heard about this has made light of it. It's like it's like, as you see the times change, there's less and less shaming about stuff like this. But there's still enough shaming to put him on the spot. But anyway, I'm probably about to go ahead and cut this short right now. I do appreciate you guys for joining me for this real quick to share your thoughts on this situation. And at the end of the day, I feel like Pastor Wilson needs to do better. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. Yes. Big girl whose name has not been identified yet, but we just showed you a picture. She need to do better also.
Yeah,
For real.
her identity is coming. It's coming.
Okay. So anything else, fellas, before we cut this?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. This is Kev, Donnie, and Roger. We are the Habitual Line Steppers, and this has been Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Subscribe to all our channels. I will be dropping the links in the description below. And of course, with this channel and this show, like, share, subscribe, and Kev, we trust. Goodbye.